Why women don't have sex with the nice guy. Ouch. Well, hello and welcome. My name is Arica. Angelo. I am the woman that men come to from all over the world to help you become the man that she can't resist while not losing yourself. That's very important. Or her. And I have a very special guest. I've had him on before. You guys absolutely love this man when he was on. Sam Pond, welcome, my darling.
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, bro?
What's up? Here we are again. This is interesting, exciting topic.
It's a really exciting topic because it's kind of like cutting to the chase of things. It's like at the end of the day, and I see this not just with single men, but women do not have sex with the nice guy, and it's like, why does she not have sex with that nice guy? And then I have a lot of my married clients who come to me and they're like, listen, like, I do everything right for my wife and our sex life is just non-existent. And then men eventually kind of like lose their balls drop and they become neutered and they all of a sudden become this very nice guy in the marriage. And the woman, like their wife just quits having sex with them. So we're going to talk about this. Why do women, what is it about these nice guys that women just, it's something in their vagina just goes, I'm dry. I'm not turned on by this guy. Let's talk about it.
I have a feeling that they have an inner monologue. The voice is saying, would he just fuck me? Would
Absolutely.
he just fuck me?
Absolutely.
So what is standing in the way?
Yeah. What do you think is standing in the way, darling?
Well, guys I've worked with on this, they all have some kind of deep sexual shame. Now, it makes sense that given the fact that we've grown up in Western societies, that there's a thing called sexual shame. It goes way back to, Puritans and religion and communities, and it gets embedded on us. Now, it makes no sense that we as animals have urges. And if I saw a woman if I was an animal and I saw a hot cheetah on the street, I'd nail her. I think I'll go nail her. I think I'll at least show some interest in her. But we've got this hitch in our giddy up, and it creates pain. It creates isolation. It gets emotions like sadness and anger and terror, all built in around this beautiful, simple thing. We are not immune from the media. We're just not immune from it. And the media is telling us all kinds of stuff.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So there's one thing to understand that, and I'm sure everybody's listening and going, yeah, he's absolutely right. But it doesn't really change anything that there's something really deep and so shameful deep inside.
And what does that shame typically look like?
Well, I know with me in the past that showing sexual interest. Now, it was just showing sexual interest in a woman, not, in other words, I find you attractive, because we can't forget, guys, the reason we talk to a woman is because we want to have sex with her, and we hide that.
You do? Oh, Peter D, I didn't know that. You guys want to have sex with us?
So naughty. Wow. I know. Now it's all the women are running away.
The secret's out.
You know what? And when there are women in workshops that I work in, and we say that, and the women are going, well, yeah, would someone just, show us that. We want that part of you.
Yeah.
So what does it look like? It looks like trying to please a woman or charm a woman or logic a woman into bed. And none of it.
Whoa. That's pleasing women, charming women, and the biggest one, logicking women into bed. Those are three big phrases that a lot of guys, like, it's just like robotic. Like they get there, it's like, I'm here to please, charm, and use all of my logic to get you into bed. Whoa, sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't work. There's no way you can seduce a woman through your brain. And then, of course, men come to me or come to you, and they're looking for, well, what do you say? What do you say? How do you say it? I go, brother, it's a feeling.
Yeah.
You could be talking about your laundry, and if you're talking from down there, it takes on a different meaning.
Yeah. You could say, girl, I just washed my underbriefs. Look at you.
Yeah.
I see you being naughty. You want to know what color they are and what size and how well they fit. Maybe you'll get to see that someday. Woo! Sexual,
Yeah.
just like that.
Yeah. Or just even how you say the word socks.
I think that's stretching it, Sampon. I don't know about that. I'm going to have to challenge you on that one.
Well, no, but you can talk. I mean, I've got guys that say, well, just go out and do indirect approaches. Just ask women ask for directions, or what time is it? And they can ask from their head, excuse me, what time is it? And then they go, oh, well, thank you. And they're up here. But it's a great opportunity to do something indirect and go and learn how to be just drop down and just ask, what time is it? And feel it as if you're saying, I think you've got a great ass.
So play that out. Like you walk up.
I have an exercise I have guys do.
Okay, tell me.
It's extremely naughty. It's called I call it the sexual depravity exercise. And I said, okay, I want we to walk around the street, and any woman who catches your eye, I want you to think right down to your balls what you would do to her in that moment. Either on the street, or how would you take her? And then, when a lot of nice guys, when I suggest that, they'll go, okay, whoop, and they're up in their heads because, I can't think that. I can't think about grabbing a woman. I go, it's your thoughts, it's your imagination, it's your feelings. You can feel down. So I have them walk around, and they notice that even in asking for directions or looking, if they're really down there, they're really imagining and really enjoying the pleasure of seeing and imagining and smelling and grabbing and tasting. That the answers to, do you know where a Starbucks is? Become, Starbucks. And that's that feeling that's down in what they call the second chakra. Like, that's where our passion, that's where our creativity, that's where our, creating a world that we want to. It's interesting when men do this exercise, Arica, they say it's like I'm directing a movie. And that is like exactly right. You're just creating what you want in your mind, and then the world starts to show that back to you.
Yeah. I'll never forget, Sam. I was in Milano. I was in Milan, Italy, last October. I was living in Paris, and I went to go see some friends in Milan. And I remember getting off the train to see my friends, and this beautiful Italian man comes walking. I mean, it's like, if you've ever gotten off of a train, it's like fast, especially in Europe. It's like boom, 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 boom. This is talking about like how energy just really translates in a moment of time. This man comes walking. We're not even close to each other, and he's beautiful, and he's dressed. I love the way European men dress. It just drives me crazy. And so he's dressed like as this like European guy, and he's like coming, and we just look at each other. Sam, there was this energy, and this man looked at me. I was like, oh my God, he just had sex with my body. And it felt good. It was insane. The man, it's like he had this energy, and he just looked at me from head to toe, and it was like he just scanned me, and in like less than 45 seconds, that man just said, I'm going to do this, and I just did it to you. And I walked away going, holy shit.
So where did you feel that in your body? Men have to understand.
In my vagina.
You felt a buzzing, you felt a aliveness, something.
Yeah, it almost felt like I had been penetrated. There was a heat down there. It was vibrating. It started with the head because he was, I looked at him. I was like, but he had this energy that just kept, I never just keep staring at a guy. I'm like, let him work for it. Like, come on, like, come talk to me, grow some, come talk to me. But this one, I couldn't stop staring at him. And he just looked at me like, and I'm going to do this, and I just did it. And I'm like, like you feel it in your clitoris too. It's like this ringing around your clitoris where you're just like, oh my God. But yeah, and then it creates this longing where you just want to be penetrated.
So I want the guys who are listening to this to understand that being sexual is not offensive. You're not going to hurt the woman. You're not going to send her flying away.
Yeah.
That said, you can also be, creepy by staring at her tits and.
Yeah. And this guy wasn't creepy at all. He just scanned it all the way through and just like, and then I just did that to you. And I was like, holy shit.
Wow. Yeah. Men, nice guys look for permission to go there first. In being nice, they're asking like, is it okay if I do this? So they take little baby steps, and then the moment is passed. They may get a phone number, but the woman doesn't even know that the guy was sexually interested. Happens a lot.
Exactly.
And women are probably more sexual than men in a lot of ways. And they are.
I 100% think so.
Yeah.
100%. We can have way more sex than men. The way we talk about sex with our girlfriends is so much more raunchy than a man. It's so much more explicit. It's like we're verbalizing a porno, whereas like guys watch it and visually they take it all in. We can verbalize that, and he did this, and it looked like this, and it tasted like this, and it felt like this, and it hit me inside like this. I mean, we just go for it. And Sam, one thing I always say, and I will keep saying this just so that men understand this. I say this and I'll say it over and over again. Watch where people spend their time and their money, and that's what they're interested in, right? If you go to Amazon's bestseller list, you will look at these romance novels, these erotic romance novels, and women, they're best sellers. And women are buying these books and they're masturbating and they're reading books about some freaking Highlander who took her in some bushes and lifted it up and put his sheath on and and nailed her. This is what women are reading in their private times. It's like that energy is what they're craving.
I'm sure you've read My Secret Garden.
No.
Guys, read My Secret Garden. It's someone, a journalist interviewed women about their fantasies. And guys, your fantasies do not come close to women's fantasies. They're not even in that. Guys think, I'd like to nail a cheerleader under a grandstand. That's it. Yeah. Women. Whoa. Yeah. You're not even close.
Yeah. Take me into the beach at midnight and in the ocean waves, bend me over with the water blowing over me and just nail me. This is a great lesson for nice guys, is that it took me a long time in my life, because I believe, being a nice guy, that I was looking to, on many levels, please women, make sure she's okay, make sure she's safe, making sure is this okay? Tell you, that was getting me nowhere. But just like any nice guy, I thought if I do it enough, that it would just somehow end up working. And then when it hit me that, because I remember a coach telling me once, you've got to find your pleasure through her body. When I first heard that, I thought, this doesn't make any sense. I've got to know what her body wants first. And when it clicked, when I realized that women wanted me to enjoy myself first, as opposed to, are you okay if I licked like this? If I do this, are you okay? Checking. It's like, fuck yeah. Like, fuck me. Would you just nail me? And remember the first time I was having sex with a woman and it just clicked, and I just turned her over and I just started doing whatever I wanted.
And the whole vibe changed. She surrendered, she opened. It was great. And I did have a nice guy moment. And I said, like, I stopped, I said, like, now what do you want me to do? A question like that. And she looked at me, she goes, whatever you're doing.
Yes, just keep doing it. Shut up.
And I went,
Yeah.
bam, I got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And you know, the beauty of the nice guy, like, I want to just, because I know I've been talking a lot about nice guys and people like want some clarity. The beauty of the nice guy is after he's taken her pleasure with her and it's bringing both of them pleasure. The beauty of the nice guy is he knows how to nurture the woman afterwards. He knows how to play with her hair. He knows how to touch her skin. He knows how to continue touching on her breasts and saying, your body was so stunning. You felt so delicious inside. He nurtures her. Whereas like the asshole, like the opposite of the nice guy, just rolls over and then the girl's like, ew. You know, that it just ruins every, for a woman, when a guy's an asshole and he rolls over, despite how much pleasure he brought her, like, you've just violated her, because she needs to be nurtured afterwards if she's connected to her heart. And so that's the beauty of what a nice guy can do, is he can nurture her. That's what makes a woman fall in love.
I think, yeah, that's really great that you mentioned that, because if you look at David Data talks about the 3 stages of men, starting with basically the Neanderthal, as he learns, then you've got the nice guy, which has been happening since rise of feminism in the 60s and hippies, and all of a sudden there are all these guys who are nice and in touch with their feelings, but they're not feeling their balls.
Yeah.
And the 3rd stage is exactly what we're talking about, is the ability to take and the ability to give and take. And you can, so the nice guy is actually halfway up the ladder to being a 3rd stage, vulnerable, powerful, heart focused, but grounded. So
I think if more men stepped into this, it would eradicate the assholes. Like, I feel like men are like in competition. It's like, well, how do I be the nice guy? But the assholes get the girls. If you had men stepping into their balls and their emotions, which I call my emotional warriors, if you're doing both of those things, a girl is going to look at an asshole and she's going to be like, fuck off with your mommy issues and go suck your own, you know? Because she's going to look at that guy who's an emotional warrior, who's like, he's in his balls, he's in his emotions. She's like, wait, I get freaking like hammered like a whore, and then he nurtures me like a goddess afterwards. Done. I don't need to look at another man. I got it all in this man.
God, that's so true. We talked about it last time, that a man who can feel himself in the world and confess what's vulnerable about him, what he wants and what he cherishes and how his heart hurts, from a point of, and you don't have to fix me, I'm just telling you what's going on.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That is beautiful.
What you call emotional warriors. I love that. Exactly. Emotional warriors.
Yeah, he's both. I mean, that's why I said emotional and a warrior. Emotional because he's tapped into those emotions, but he's still a freaking warrior. Like, he's not afraid of the battlefield. He's not afraid to like run after a woman's body and go, I gotta have you, and pin her against the wall and be like, I'm taking you right now.
Yeah. Wait, it's like you think of gladiator movies, of the gladiator or the warrior has gone to battle and he's Braveheart. And what does he do? He needs a woman to cure him, to fix him, to heal his and nurture him back to life.
Yeah.
And so that's that vulnerability.
And we love that. Us women, we love to nurture our men, but man, you better. I'm trying to think of it starts with a P. It's a word like when a guy really gives it to a woman. Pounds her, yeah. But it's something else. But yeah, it's like, we want that. It's like, yeah, be a freaking man and take me in the bed. And boy, I am going to love you. I'm going to respect you. I'm going to build you back to life. I'm going to bring you back to the champ. Every woman wants to do that. But when a guy becomes nice, she has no one to champion.
Yeah. And to help guys get down there is, sometimes you just got to weed through a lot of shame and all the suppressed stuff that's caked around their balls, so they can feel it.
That's so great. It's true.
Yeah. That they're literally hiding their balls.
Yeah. And it's like when shame comes up and starts saying like, oh, you shouldn't do that to women, it's like as a man's masturbating and just continuing to jack off and be like, you know what, shame, you've kept me jacking off alone for a long time, no more. And you just go right back to like visualizing her body and what you're going to do to her and how you're going to make love to her. And every time shame comes, you go right back to your penis. No. And go back to visualizing that woman.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
because it seems so shocking to a nice guy that if they got a woman home that they could just pin her arms behind her back and start kissing her. That seems insane to a lot of nice guys.
Yeah.
How do you know it's okay with her?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, 99% of nice guys don't have to really worry about that because they're making it too okay.
Yeah.
But you can test the waters and see, like, what is she responding to? A poke, a tickle? Now you don't have to jump a woman, but you can definitely test the waters a little bit, but pushing forward. I remember what someone said, a man's job is to get to a point where the woman says yes or no. And if she says no, it's a no.
Yeah.
But you got to polarize the situation.
Yes, absolutely. That's beautiful. You have to polarize the situation.
Polarize in the streets when you talk to a girl. The first thing you want to do is get to a yes or no. It's like it's negotiations.
Yeah. Oh, Sam Pyle.
You don't walk away with phone numbers and then you have a cup of tea and then afterwards you try to kiss her and the girl goes, "I didn't know this was a date." It happens.
Yeah.
You want to date, you want them to say no as quickly as you want them to say yes.
Absolutely. And that's anything in life. That's, when I'm taking on clients, get to know her, yes, shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Anybody. It's life. It's like, what makes us who we are is the decisions that we make.
Yeah.
Get her to that decision. Either she's going to be your woman or she's, not. Move on to the woman that is going to be your woman.
Yeah. And in relationships, then, well, we talked earlier is that we get in relationships, we become partners, or we start becoming partners. We're partners. Well, if you take two electric wires and you hold them apart just a little bit, it goes. Yeah. That's the polarity. When you become partners, the wires become all melded together, and there's no spark. Yeah. So I've heard of men and women sleeping in separate bedrooms to keep their spark alive, to give each other a little space. So when someone does come together, sizzle.
Yeah. Sam, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for doing this. I'm sure the men who are watching this have just like, their minds have gone, holy shit, I didn't know. So thank you for just speaking truth into this and just keeping
May I give
it real.
one suggestion, one thing you can practice.
Oh, I love this. Yes.
You can practice this with, like, if you have a female friend, or you can do it on your own. Just try saying hello from your head. Even if you just imagine a woman in front of you and say hello, bam, I got a headache just saying it like that.
Yeah.
And say hello from your heart. You'll have a different feel. Yeah. And it'll feel warm. It'll feel warm in your body. You say hello from your stomach, drop it into your stomach and say hello. Usually that has some power, some punch, some belief. And then drop it down into your balls and say hello and see what the hello feels like. Right down to your balls. And that way you'll get introduced to your feeling down there through playing this out. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is beautiful.
And then take the fourth one and go talk to girls.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Go and experiment with it. Now that you've gone in the safe zone with your friend, now take it out into the world and test it with women you don't know.
That's right.
I love this. Sam, we will put all your information underneath this so that men can contact you and follow you on Instagram. You're a gem, babe. Thank you so much.
Sweetie, love talking to you. I love you.
Me too. Guys, remember, you have what it takes. This is inside of you. You have what it takes. And remember that in this very moment, my darling, in this very moment, you and your balls are loved. You guys take care.